I would like to welcome you all to the Scumbag era. That basically is just me saying that I'm gonna do what I want to do, play the games I want to play, which is what I've been doing this entire time. But I've always tried to make things enjoyable to an audience that doesn't exist, and I'm kind of done doing that. I like making these videos. I like editing these videos. I'm just gonna do this for me. So effectively, I'm not like worried about what YouTube considers like advertiser friendly because I'm not getting ads anyway, and I'll probably never be able to. So here's the deal: if you like what I do, leave a comment, subscribe, maybe share it with somebody else that you might think is good. If you don't like it, fuck it. Go ahead and tell me that you don't like what I'm doing. Yes, I'm not supposed to swear in the first minute, but I don't care. No ads, and that's kind of the plus side to this channel. I'm effectively wild westing it. I can do whatever I want. I hope you enjoy the show. Peace out. If I am anything, I am bad at managing my time wisely. I think there's, yeah, yeah. Mighty Mission: The Rescue. So in the last episode, I did a whole lot of talking about the X-Men, the animated series. X-Men, the animated series. Great show, like incredibly fun. I am at the start. I am at the start of season 4. Season 5 is relatively short. It's only 10 episodes. Places. Season 4 is the longest season, with I think over 20 episodes. So it's gonna be like a good little minute before I finish it. But the wild part, the best thing about it is the episodes aren't super duper long. They abducted our scientists. They must be planning something. We've got to rescue them. We've got to rescue science. Much better. I've got to go save my son. Thanks for the help. You're welcome. Hell yeah. This is delightful. So my fucking beef with Professor Xavier in the show, my beef with Xavier didn't really spark until the Dark Phoenix saga. And the reason it started there was because there came a point, like in the Dark Phoenix saga, when Jean went missing because of the whole Dark Phoenix thing. If you didn't know, and Jean is, Cyclops' girl, and effectively he's, having to suddenly having to come to grips with the fact that his girlfriend is gone. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get behind him. Damn. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. I've already accepted that I'm bad at managing my time. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not like, no, that's dumb. Is the objective to not hurt, to not get these damage, or to save all the scientists? Anyway, so yeah, Professor X just ain't got no chill in him, and I say that because Jean is I don't need to go super duper into detail, but yeah, Jean basically flies into the sun as the Dark Phoenix. Flies into the sun as the Dark Phoenix, and they're looking off into the skies. They're looking off into the skies, like, "Oh, Jeannie, we miss you, babe." And she's where Storm said she was like a sister. She was a friend. So the downside to this is I need to be back here. I need to be. Cause because when some of them start showing up like from above, and again, I don't know if the objective is to not miss any of these guys, or if the objective is to not let that get hurt, or what the case is. I'm not sure. Okay, got it. So it was to save all the people. So yeah. So like fucking Jean's out in outer space, getting hurt and shit. You know, having a bad go of life. My bad. Hey man, you need to fucking dodge or something. Like we're working in 3D space here. But yeah, fucking what's his name? Like Professor X turns to Scott, whose baby mama wife booped the boot thing and just fucking flew into the sun, which I don't know. I guess it's like don't let it get hurt. Fuck off, man. They flew over into the goddamn sun where most motherfuckers don't survive. And he's like, oh, Scott, like, there's fucking nothing we can do. We're like, hey, what do you mean there wasn't nothing we can do?
I'm here.
I'm here too, baby. And he's definitely talking to Scott on some like, look, there was nothing we could do. Jean definitely was gonna fucking die. Start being okay. He's like, and he's like, not right now, Professor. I'm not in the mood. And so, the shit that, like in the next fucking episode, Beast is out on the front lawn reading poetry to everybody, which I didn't understand. Like, I did not understand at all why Beast was reading poetry to people. I didn't see him. But he was out there on the lawn reading poetry to everybody while they were like fucking in their X-Men outfits. Like nobody was in their civilian gear. Like absolutely nobody in their civilian gear. And then when he finishes reading the poetry, Professor X turned to Scott. Professor X, the father, like the fucking like leader to these people, turns to Scott and goes, like, Jean loved poetry. She would have enjoyed this. And I'm just like, dude, not now. Not right now, bro. Like, he is still definitely like mourning the loss of his girl. Like, even Wolverine, who just canonically has a massive crush on Jean, is like struggling to like get over the fact that she's gone. And like even when I don't know, I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. What the hell? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Like, not. Ah, no! But that guy, he would have offered me money. Well, this one specifically is really a kick in the pants. Like, good lord. Yeah, so even fucking Wolverine is kind of struggling to get over the fact that she's gone. And Storm is like, Jean was like a sister to me. Like, I miss her quite a deal. And he's just like, and Professor X is like, and they're getting over it. Mind you, like, they're like accepting, my bad, dog. I thought y'all would be. I I could not tell the good guys from the bad guys. Put them down. Put them down. You don't touch them. Those are the homies. You don't fuck with the homies. And so like in like a few like scenes later, after like what's his name? Scott is just like, look, I'm not interested in fucking babysitting your precious X-Men. And he quits. Homeboy quits the team. He quits the fucking team. And then like he goes, I guess, I don't know, on like an emotional pilgrimage to the orphanage he was raised in. And he meets this girl who was also living there when they were growing up together. And she's like, yeah, like I came back as an adult to help out because plot stuff. And that's when we find out that there's a dude doing stuff, episode stuff. Yeah, that's when we find out that, like, so there's a kid who quote unquote recently got adopted, and he's not feeling being adopted. Like, he's not. Turn around, you dumbass. I wasn't super sure what I was supposed to be doing. And so Scott's like, I'll talk to him. I don't really understand Scott's voice. It's just really, really white. And so like the kid, like Scott and this kid, they're walking down the sidewalk, and Scott's telling him it's not so bad. It's like da 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 da, and the kid's like, yeah, what do you know about being a mutant? And then Scott, like, mind you, like at this point they're in front of the they're in front of the orphanage, like they're in front of it, like on the sidewalk in front of it. Scott, this fucking adult, the leader of the goddamn X-Men, Scott Summers, lifts up his glasses and blows a hole in the wall with his concussive vision, because it's not laser beams, it's like a concussive blast, similar to that of like a Kamehameha or a Hadouken. And blows a hole in the wall of a building across the street. Like, just straight up, what do I know about me being a mutant? Property damage. Like, what the I lifted my glasses for that. Couldn't nobody see that. I don't know why I did it. I'm like, Scott, like, I was in public when I watched this episode, not in public, but I was out in public when I was watching this episode. And I admonished Scott, like, right there on the spot. I was like, motherfucker, what are you doing? You are an adult. You know better than this. What is wrong with you? You could have, first off, you could have told him, don't tell anyone, but I'm the leader of the X-Men. I go by the name of Cyclops. Or he could have simply been like, okay, watch this, and blasted a shot into the air. But no, this dick fuck went and put a hole in a random building where a lot of people work. Like I assumed people did shit in those buildings. Like I did. Because it was right across the street from the fucking orphanage. It wasn't like they were in like some rundown neighborhood. Like the building wasn't falling apart. Like literally the only thing wrong with it was the fucking hole Scott put in the side of the goddamn building. But anyway, I don't even remember how the rest of the episode goes. Well, I do. Like, the bad guy gets caught. Scott goes back to the X-Men. Professor Xavier learns to watch his fucking mouth. I thought I'd mention your progress in more, or whatever. And it's a good thing I did. I'm picking up Sparkle's distress signal over there. I don't know what kind of trouble they're in, so you better be careful. Mm-hmm. This platform will take you where we need to go. Come on, let's hurry. Like, I can't hurry. Like, the platform is doing its own thing. What the hell are you talking about? Okay. But, as I said at the end of the last episode, like, Professor Xavier in the film is way different from Professor X in the cartoon. Professor X in the cartoon, like, first off, isn't really an old man. He's just a bald dude. He's probably like in his like mid-50s. Whereas like Patrick Patrick something. I forgot his name. Patrick Stewart. There it is. Woof. Sir Patrick Stewart is kind of already old, or rather has been. Yeah, he's kind of already not a spring chicken anymore, and so like in the movies, like Professor X definitely comes off as a bit more. Did I miss one? I didn't. All right, cool. So Professor X comes off as a bit more mature, whereas in the show, like that's definitely not the case. Because in the show. I forget what exactly is going on, but like Professor X in the show is more susceptible to human emotions than anyone else, because he's definitely susceptible to things like lust and love and like and stuff like that. Like, is the entire point just yeah. Like he's a lot more susceptible to it because when we because like at the start of the Phoenix Saga, we find out that there is this lady that Professor X has a thing for on Muir Island, and when we find out that she's involved with somebody else, like he just kind of eats it. Like he's like, it's whatever. But then in the process of that, we find out that in the process of that, it's when we discover Lalandra, the like the leader of some like the Shi'ar, I think, and she's able to contact Professor Xavier across space and time, and he just is in love with her. Like she is his soulmate. Like he is 100% like into this woman, and when the saga is over, when the saga is over, I find it interesting. I find it interesting that like, so we're in the process of handling it. Like we're in the process of trying to take care of Jean and like get her un-Phoenixified, and we're in the process of getting her un-Phoenixified, and Phoenix destroys his chair. Like Phoenix just straight up destroys his chair, and because of this, Rogue then has to hold him like off the ground. Mind you, like I guess like he's psychic, but like Jean is telekinetic. So yeah, and don't let him get hit. Wrong button. And then Lalandra comes down and they're like, discussing the situation at hand. And the only thing I found funny about it was the fact that like that's his girl now. Like that's this woman that he adores, and he low-key want to be with her, and he want to take her out to get frozen yogurt and all that good stuff. And meanwhile, Jean is just holding him like a child because his legs don't work. And then I thought about it. I was like, this is how come he didn't give a fuck about like Scott's plight. Like he didn't give a shit about what Scott had going on, because at the end of the day, he wasn't getting none either. And like, I'm not saying that like, that's how it is sometimes. No, but I am acknowledging the fact that like for some people, like when they're going through a plight you're going through a plight that they can't fully get a grip on, They're going, you're going through a plight that they can't fully grasp. Like, that's just what it is. Like, they just, it's like, look, man, you're talking about something that like I just cannot, put my finger on, and like, it's just something I can't. Like, I don't. It's not that I don't care, but it is that like emotionally, I can't identify, and I feel bad about it. I do feel bad about it. But at the end of the day, they're just what it is. And I think the fact that like Professor X probably can't even feel his penis, so the fact that like Scott's like, oh no, man, it was like Jean is gone. Like, this woman I am 100% in love with. Professor X is like, I don't care. I just like, I don't care. I was like, what is like love for you exclusively getting your dick rubbed? That's it? Get the fuck out of here. Like, he cared so little. I'm just going in the middle. I know which one I missed. Yeah, I know which one I missed. I know how to get it. I don't know if I'll remember how to. Yeah, he cares a little. I'm pretty sure like the writers would be like, no, that's not the case. He was really just trying to, make Scott feel better about the situation at hand. Meanwhile, I'm like, fuck off, get out of here with that. Professor X, first off, can read fucking minds. And it's like, he shouldn't have had to read Scott's mind to understand like the emotions that Scott was dealing with. And he shouldn't have had to go through. Like, we as human beings, when we suffer a loss, like emotionally and like everything goes out of whack when we suffer a loss. Period. And like supposedly, according to science, your brain cannot distinguish real from fake in the sense of loss. So like, apparently, if you watch television and like a character on the show you like dies or like gets replaced or whatever, like the reason like we feel emotionally connected to the reason we feel the emotions we feel when that happens is because our brain doesn't know that that's not a real person. We know that that's not a real person. Like, that, whoever like on Grey's Anatomy isn't real, but your mind, your emotional mind is connected to that person. Like, that character isn't a character, it's a person. And so when they're dead or like they're off the show, you do feel like you get sad. You feel grief over that character. I hope this episode was somewhat enjoyable. The last two episodes have been like some of my most talkative because I had something to talk about. But it's over now, and time for me to go take care of stuff before bedtime comes. So until next time, get out.